You say, why? District 16, Bronx, New York, most important in American history? Really? Yes, really. Because this election is not about Jamaal versus Mr. Latimer. This election is about whether or not the billionaire class and the oligarchs will control the United States government.
We are in the South Bronx. I am the hip-hop congressman. We are gonna show fucking APAC the power of the motherfucking South Bronx.
What's up, guys? It's Raif and Micah with Your Boss Sucks. We're on our way to New York City to door knock for Congressman Jamaal Bowman this weekend. There's gonna be a rally with Bernie and AOC. We're gonna check that out. What's up? It's Saturday morning. We're in the Bronx. This is the base of support for Jamaal Bowman. We're gonna go talk to some folks and tell them, you know, here's how you can vote, here's when the voting days are, here's where you can vote, and make sure that they have a plan for when they're gonna get out to vote.
Congressional re-election campaign.
Yep.
And we're just reminding you that
I'm not a voter, but my son has already gone to vote.
wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful. Are you Desi?
Yeah.
I'm Bengali. What about you?
You're Bengali?
Yeah.
I'm also Bengali.
কি অবস্থা কেমন আছো
Hello.
আপনি কলকাতাতে
I'm
ছিল
Kolkata.
তাই আমার এক বন্ধু he's my best friend. His name's Rohi, and his name's Rohi Ghosh. He's from Kolkata, so me and him at college together, we make food.
Where are you coming from?
I'm coming from DC.
So what brings you out here today to door knock for Jamaal Bowman?
I really believe in the work that he's done in Congress, and I really appreciate that he has, I think like a background as a strong public school principal, and also I think the thing that's really sticking out to me right now is his support for a ceasefire and his demand that Palestinian lives matter, and like his belief and like strength and courage in standing up for that.
Hey, what's your name?
My name is Earl Aguila, and I'm from Burlington, Vermont.
Okay, and why are you out here for Congressman Jamaal Bowman?
Congressman Jamaal Bowman, he used to be a middle school teacher, so he cares a lot about kids. He's funded a lot to like education, and he also co-sponsored this really big bill called the Green New Deal for Schools Act.
Yeah.
That would send almost $1 trillion across the country towards like public schools, and also making sure we have like free healthy lunches, as well as like making them sustainable and like green and powered by like renewable energy. So yeah, it's all like great stuff. He's really like for the people. He's not bought by any corporations, unlike some people.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a really great guy. He's really down to earth.
Well, thanks for your time, Earl. Hey, man, what's your name?
I'm Damon Fleming Jr.
And Damon, where are you from?
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Why are you coming out to support Congressman Bowman?
Yeah, man, I came out just to support Bowman because he stands for a lot of things that I just truly believe in. He is a former educator, lifelong educator, and one of my biggest policy issues that I care about is education and making quality education accessible to everyone, not just if you can afford it. And so that's super, super important for me. And I also think he's just a down-to-earth person and cares for a lot of things. One of the coolest things I think he's done is partnered with some other congressmen and women to start the congressional the RAP Act. He sponsored the RAP Act and the Hip Hop Caucus.
That's right.
And
that's
so
right.
That's super cool, and I think it's something that a lot of folks can relate to. And he's just not a career politician that folks can't relate to. So I love that about him.
Yeah. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
What's up? It's 88 degrees in Yonkers, New York. We are really out here. It's humid. I'm waterboarding sweat right now. It's bad. Today's the last day of early voting, the 23rd, so we're trying to get people down to the Yonkers Public Library. This is the most historic primary in terms of the amount of outside spending. Groups like AIPAC and the United Democracy Project, the UDP, have put in over about $15 million. And that's translated in a really interesting way when we go on the doors, because everyone, whether they're pro-Latimer or Bowman, that live in the district are just super annoyed of all the ads. Like if you go to a bar, you'll notice in the same 5-minute ad break, there's a Bowman ad, a Latimer ad, a anti-Bowman ad, and everyone's just being bombarded by texts, phone calls, all kinds of media, any screen or form of audio that people can receive here in this district, they're hearing something about this race. Hey man, what's your name?
My name's Alex.
Where are you
I'm from Chicago.
And what brings you out to support Congressman Bowman?
Yeah, so in my political districts back home in Chicago, I've seen how useful and connected to the community progressive candidates are. And when I saw how close this race was going to be here in New York 16, I jumped at the opportunity to fly out to New York and volunteer with Congressman Bowman's candidate.
1, 2, 3.
Bowman! I'm with the Jamaal Bowman for re-election campaign. We noticed you have the signs out here, so I'm guessing you already had a chance to go and vote?
Yeah.
Perfect, yeah. Thank you very much. So, yeah, you voted for Bowman? Yeah, thank you.
Yo, we out in the rain. It's drippy out right now. There was a pretty big ass storm before. We're out here in New Rochelle.
We still grinding for Bowman. It's humid, it's raining, it's thundering, there's lightning. We out here by we're by the marina.
That's right.
We're by Marina's Edge.
We're edging at Marina's Edge in New Rochelle for Bowman.
Yeah. What's up? It's been a few days since Jamaal Bowman's loss, since we got news of that. He's a great communicator. He's a great leader. He gets people going. But the real problem is that a lot of times the economy does actually dictate what the politics do. And we see that with the success of Joe Biden. This guy, Joe Biden, he's a career politician. He came up through the Delaware banking industry. He's a career politician who is really corrupt, and he only got popular off of just doing what money wants. And that's why he's successful. He's a completely uncharismatic, geriatric, senile old man. Can't even find his way onto the stage and barely is able to fumble his way through a debate against the guy who knows even less than him. And the comparison of him versus an actually competent leader like Jamaal Bowman, but Jamaal Bowman loses, really exposes the fraudulence of the American political system.
Yeah, it was really frustrating to see Bowman lose. I think in hindsight, there were three really important areas that define the primary. The first thing is Jamaal Bowman got redistricted, and so his district had a sliver of the Bronx, which is more diverse and working class, and a lot of Westchester County, which is much more affluent, white, and liberal. And that's the first thing that kind of stacked the odds against Bowman. The second thing was so much ad spending, over $15 million of ad spending in a place like New York City where the airwaves are so expensive, really stacked the odds against Bowman. And then the last thing is he got out fundraised like 15-1 or like an absurd number. And ad spending at that level does work. When you crowd the airwaves, it's going to cost a lot for campaigns to sustain that. And so, yeah, if you get enough people to just see the same ad saying Bowman is bad because he's not aligning with Biden enough, people are going to turn out in a liberal suburb.